Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, July 25th. We've had some staggering amounts of rainfall in the Mid-Atlantic region over the last few days, including another round of showers and heavy thunderstorms last night, extending from Baltimore all the way across the Philadelphia metro region into near the New York City metro region. Today may feature a shower or two during the midday hours, but nothing on the heavy side like what we've experienced over the last few days. However, there's a potential for another heavy rain again, perhaps with some severe thunderstorm activity as well, Thursday night and Friday, and we'll kind of focus in on that next event over the next several minutes. Let's start off here by taking a look at the tropics. This map comes from the University of Wisconsin satellite website. Nothing going on in the Atlantic right now. No invest areas, no tropical disturbances, no tropical storms of any kind right now in the Atlantic basin. There certainly is some activity in the Pacific Ocean, including Hurricane Hillary right here, and a couple of tropical storms to the west of Hurricane Hillary. But again, nothing going on right now as we approach the end of the month of July in the Atlantic basin. Well, before we leave the tropical situation, here is the latest visible satellite image of the eastern part of the Atlantic Ocean, the west coast of Africa right here. A couple of areas of some disturbance type activity, but nothing really to write home about. A little bit of a wave right here, but that's about to enter into the Caribbean Sea. Does not look like there'll be any tropical storm formation over the next 48 hours, a rather benign looking picture here in the eastern part of the Atlantic. So again, not much activity at all in the Atlantic basin in terms of tropical activity. Well, let's examine the possibility of another heavy rain event towards the end of the week. This is important because grounds are certainly saturated here in the Mid-Atlantic region, especially north of the Mason-Dixon line. We had several inches of rain in places like southern Chester County, northern Delaware over the last couple of days, and even down across the D.C. metro region there's been substantial rainfall over the last several days. So any heavy rain that can come Thursday night, Friday night time frame is a concern because of the possibility of some flash flooding. Let's focus in on the upper atmosphere. First of all, this is the 500 millibar height anomaly forecast maps from the 6Z GFS model run. We'll move along in 6-hour increments. This is as we begin the day here Tuesday morning. A nice, comfortably cool air mass for a change here in the northeastern U.S. Temperatures way down in the 60s as we begin Tuesday. Here, notice blue area, lower than normal heights and cooler than normal temperatures here in the northeast U.S. Notice upstream, though, very vigorous looking upper level low for this time of the year, cutting across the south central part of Canada. Indeed, we'll look at that as it pushes to the south and east over the next couple of days. Let's again move ahead in 6-hour increments. High pressure region tends to take over at the midweek point. Here we have pretty nice weather coming up. Most of today, again, there can be a couple of showers, especially during the midday hours today, Tuesday. Tomorrow looks like a nice day. Comfortable temperatures both today and tomorrow. Then as we get into Thursday, clouds will begin to increase, humidity will begin to increase, and the chance for showers and thunderstorms will also increase. It looks like it'll be primarily focused on Thursday night, Friday, and perhaps even into Friday night. Let's push ahead here and watch what happens here. We have a nice ridging aloft come tomorrow, midweek, and then that wave in the upper part of the atmosphere that early today is across south central Canada moves into southeastern Canada by Thursday morning, and then it really waits for a secondary push. Another wave of energy cuts across the Great Lakes region Thursday night, and this really will help to intensify the upper level trough sitting right on top of the Mid-Atlantic region come Friday afternoon. This poses the potential for cooler than normal temperatures, potential heavy rainfall, and even the possibility of some severe thunderstorm activity. Again, Thursday night, Friday night, vigorous upper level low this time of the year is always a worrisome, a red flag for the potential of severe thunderstorm activity. When you have cool air in the upper part of the atmosphere, once that sun comes out, it'll heat up the lower part of the atmosphere. You quickly destabilize, and again, possibility of some heavy rainfall Thursday night, Friday night, and the possibility of some severe thunderstorm activity. Let's just move ahead into Saturday morning. By this time, it's starting to edge off the northeast coastline, and conditions should improve over the weekend. It will not be hot. It looks like 90 degrees will not be reached in the I-95 corridor for the remainder of the week, and certainly when this upper level low sits on top of you come Friday, we're not going to hit 90 degrees by any means. And the weekend, probably some improvement, probably temperatures confined to the low to mid 80s for highs. Pretty pleasant for this time of the year. Well, let's now walk through the surface forecast maps, again using the 6Z GFS model run. All these maps available, by the way, on tropicaltidbits.com. We'll move ahead in 6-hour increments. This is as we begin the day, Tuesday morning. Let's now go ahead into the early afternoon. A couple of scattered showers possible, especially during the midday and afternoon hours, primarily from the Mason-Dixon line on to the north and east. But in general, high pressure will dominate the scene here over the next couple of days with comfortable temperatures. Then let's keep moving forward here. By tomorrow afternoon, then the high starts to push off the coast. And notice a frontal system starting to show up across the Great Lakes. And then by the time we get to Thursday afternoon, low pressure starts to form along that frontal boundary zone. Again, at this time, vigorous support in the upper part of the atmosphere is beginning to cross the Great Lakes. And all of this causes an intensification of low pressure area. Here we go. By Friday morning, low pressure over the Ohio Valley, backed up by cool high pressure in the northern plains. And keep in mind, we have vigorous wave of energy at the 500 millibar level. This evolves into the potential heavy rain event for late Thursday night, Friday into Friday night. Low pressure at the surface, vigorous wave of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere. Look at that, a 999 low, quite unusual for the latter part of July. All that can contribute to some heavy rainfall, and again, the potential for some severe thunderstorm activity as well. It dumps some heavy rainfall right into late Friday night, according to last night's GFS model run. And then, fortunately, it tends to pull out of here for the weekend. Looks like we could be setting up for a nice weekend. Comfortable temperatures. Again, highs confined to the low to mid 80s. Nothing at all like last week where we suffered through some extreme heat and humidity in the DC, Philadelphia, New York City corridor. But again, the potential exists for more heavy rain at the end of the week, late Thursday night, Friday night, and there can be some severe thunderstorms associated with that heavy rain event that comes at the end of the week. All of that could pull out of here by the weekend. We could be setting up for a nice weekend here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Stay tuned to VencoreWeather.com over the next couple of days as we get closer and closer to the next potential heavy rain event. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.